think having crouch grab against, especially a guy like Manta, who uses a lot of stance kind of pressure and evasion and stuff, having a crouch grab is going to be pretty important.
Yeah, and I think at certain frame situations, I think the crouch grab actually works on 4K, Voldo's 4K. Like, I think really early on. Don't quote me on that. Maybe a real Xianghua player can actually tell me, but
I mean, it makes sense.
But yeah, like, you know, I'm just like you, where like, you know, when I think about this matchup, I think, you know, the crouch grab can be really important here.
Okay, everybody has decided to go into stances as often as possible, as soon as possible.
It's very flashy. I like it.
Yeah. Yeah, see, that crouch grab is going to be really, really important. But you know what else is going to be important on the other side? 2-2-A. Definitely probably my favorite Voldo move, and especially for an archetypical matchup like this where you want to keep your opponent away as much as possible, 2-2-A is going to... Man, so many whiffs already! There's just been... What? That didn't work? Well, okay then. I guess Incendiate wins that round. I've been casually watching the tournament so far tonight. Man, oh man, there have been so many weird situations. That one does not count as a weird situation, but so many weird things going on. Yo, 2-2-A.
That was kind of weird. That was a big hitbox.
Yeah, that kind of thing. That lethal hit happens.
Oh, by the way, I didn't see that Aris hosted me. Shouts to Aris for the raid. Thank you.
Oh yeah, raid. Oh.
Yeah, thank you guys.
Aris raids are always pretty big too. You want to talk about old school Soulcalibur? Old school Soulcalibur. Almost to the level of Quan. Alright, they're kind of going back and forth, but it's such a slobber knocker that it's hard to figure out exactly what's going on. It's kind of like they're just throwing... At this point, they're just throwing things out hoping that they hit, because who can tell? The fact that Manta didn't get anything out of this meter whatsoever is kind of a big deal.
Yeah, I was like, you know... Oh! Close up.
He's got to deal with that crybaby.
See?
Nah, ooh, he didn't punish the GI. Okay.
Yikes. And Incendiate just managed to slow down Manta to, no pun intended, to a crawl.
Yeah. That can't be the first time that a Voldo has been on screen, and that pun has happened. Yeah, I agree. For the most part, especially with things like Crybaby and the AA, just kind of like stopping Manta from allowing any kind of mix-ups. Yep. Manta's going to have to get used to just trying to go for something that has a tech crouch property, but normally his tech crouches are pretty small.
Damage, Jay!
But okay, that puts it at 2-1, which almost assuredly means that Incendiate's going to use bar, I would imagine, as soon as possible. Oh, but a big-time whiff punish. This is going to basically even out the meter. Oh, no.
Much auto GI coming from Incendiate Xianghua here into the splat. Taste of your own medicine. What's the mix up here?
Oh, wow, he got hit by that.
Yeah, he got spooked by the initial whiff.
Incendiate not realizing he's playing against Voldo, trying to do traditional Oki setups that just don't work.
Plus frames, safe launcher.
He's got to do a CE, yeah. It's so... I mean, if you've seen it once, you've seen it 1.2 billion times since COVID started. You're in yellow life, last round against Xianghua with a bar. I mean, what are you supposed to do? I mean, you can't do a low, you can't do a grab, you can't do a high, you can't whiff. It's just really tough, dude. It's just really tough.
Yeah, and then, like, at that point, it's like, okay, maybe I'll just really shake up the timings, and a lot of times, I feel like that works out well, but then you give, you know, Incendiate an opportunity to just kind of, like, I don't know, mash, like, a half-hit AA on you or something.
Yeah, shaking up the timing on a slower character, when you're dealing with a I-10 character, it's tough. You and me can do it. I don't know how Voldo does it. Is that dead? Oh, yeah, it's totally dead. It's not even close.
Dude, that's like 135 damage.
Yeah, so I don't really know so much about Manta trying to get out of that position whilst not blocking the mid. Maybe he tried to block low, but there's no reason to go low in that situation. As you can clearly tell, the mid does the whole of his life bar. Oh yeah!
Oh, sexy!
That was really funny.
Alright, just...
God, but how does he... Yeah, see, there's so many times where you can clearly tell just the 1 or 2 crouch grabs in the beginning of the match really took Manta out of his comfort zone, and he feels like he has to put in so much evasion on his typical stuff that he does in Mantas.
Hopefully he keeps that evasion up, because, you know, not only is it, like, you know, effective in the game, it also looks pretty cool, kind of flashy. I like it.
Yeah. It's just difficult to keep that up so often. Now he's just jamming 6xp down his throat. I really feel like Manta should Go with okay.
He has to show a little bit more respect. He's kind of mashing on frame disadvantage, just a little bit.
And I feel like you should just take a page out of Yutota's book and just do like 2-2A, like more often than not. 2-2A is really, really good. I want to mention it's amazing in this match. Oh wow.
Yeah, Manta's more the style, just kind of really forcing the the stance mix up, really forcing the plus on block transitions into stance. And it's worked out. Oh, the 2-2As are coming, but
yeah, the 2-2As work when he does them, and I don't think that's gonna punish. I was wrong.
Yeah,
is that dead? That's dead, right?
That's dead, yeah. Every time I tried to guess that it was gonna reach, it reaches. The CE is ridiculously good.
Yeah, I was just thinking that maybe he just did raw 3A, and there he would be able to recover in time, but he was definitely in range. But we are in a very similar situation we were in before. 2-bar to 1. And trying to come up with some way to crack open the offense, but again, this crouch grab becoming such a terror, and that's really not what you want to see. Now he's just kind of desperately trying to come up with something to do to get rid of this bar. Yeah, okay. Oh, nice whip punish.
And here's the death to a CE. But
yeah, you don't even need it, right?
Yeah.
I mean, at that point, it really seemed like Manta was getting mad desperate in that situation. So yeah, pretty solid stuff. I gotta say, I'm very impressed that Incendiate was able to get so much wall combo and wall pressure stuff on a stage like that. For such a gigantic stage to push him all the way to the wall so consistently, that's not easy, especially with a character as squirmy as Voldo.
And I appreciate the Manta game plan, just kind of forcing the the pressure and the stance game. I would like it a little bit better if you just kind of sprinkled in a little bit more of the spacing stuff that Voldo's known for, right? The 2-2A, sprinkle in some 1Ks in there. Because the stance pressure is good, but you're in stance, so it is a risk reward factor there to consider as well. But I think that would just if you mix in more of the spacing game, I think that would just overall be a much more solid Voldo practice.
I've been asked to get out. Sabandeus, you can be the tie vote as to whether or not that will occur.
I also pronounce it Mother Father Coffee.
This is wrong.
Man, Mr. Famished Coffee starting out with a 2A. Crouching into Cassandra A+B. I don't know so much about that. And Coffee just kind of getting mollywopped by a variety of different hits. That was a very smart play, because what else was he going to do there? Chances are he was going to do a crouch into a wall rising B, or potentially he was going to catch a 6A+B as well. You see Monsieur Fabrication Coffee was going for a lot of crouching into wall rising B. Wow, just doing a charged up 6K, Shades of Astaroth.
Now, back in the day where we saw just so many Party Wolf versus Rich Sticks matches.
Oh sure.
It does feel like this is Cassandra's favor. You got the I-10 high, obviously 2A to get you out of situations, but more importantly, the Cassandra movement is so vital to get out of a lot of these maxi pressure strings. As I said, that beautiful GI from MFcoffee into the A+C to shut down the Ridz re-GI. Basically stealing around from Ridz. Ridz was up quite a bit of health, but good read on MFcoffee to take that away.
Definitely heading up in the meter as well. I'm curious to see if MFcoffee is going to be able to pull something like that off. And I gotta say, Ridz is deciding to dedicate himself to a particular button way, way far away. He's doing a lot of damage and getting a lot of momentum off of the crouch grabs. That's not going to work, but he's not going to get a punish. I guess it was sort of a pseudo bait. No punish on the 6B A+B either. 2K? 2K? No, I was wrong. Okay. Decides to challenge the jump B, so that's definitely going to be something that Coffee should remember to see if Ridz is going to be that kind of aggressive. And it really seems like basically any time Maxi whips, Ridz is potentially providing himself an opportunity to get hit. I really feel like Cassandra can get a better amount of damage off of that punch. It's important to note that Maxi punches are somewhere between -80 and -900. Is he dead? No, he's not.
Oh, okay, and doesn't charge it up for the block pull setup. I don't think he needs it. Okay, going for that guard break. You can say that maybe it was a waste. I think it's fine.
It's okay. I mean, you're basically just going into the last round completely evened up. So who's going to use meter better? I would imagine. I mean, I have more respect for Cassandra's. Okay.
Never mind. MF
Get to a ring out.
Oh, wait, danger.
Oh, immediately into the uppercut. Both of these guys just swinging for the fences as soon as possible.
Frame advantage there.
Okay, but you gotta be worried about that CE again. Don't you dare let that happen. Oh, very scary. Keeping it safe.
Oh, caught the movement.
Oh, that should be it. He's got the line force.
Man.
I wonder if MFcoffee is trying to do RI's on reaction to the Beyblade, and they're just not coming out. Or if he's just constantly, if he was just constantly trying to bait for another CE as a whiff punish once Ridz activated his second soul charge because it worked out so well for him the first time. Can't really tell. But if you're not doing that, it's something that you should look into.
That last Beyblade, at the very least, was a run counter, so I think that was just kind of a fortunate, moment where, he decided to just move at the wrong time. As far as GI attempts, nothing showed me that he was attempting them, but that is a very difficult thing to do, at least online. But yeah, Beyblade, definitely a good tool, especially if you're gonna catch movement with it. Oh man.
Hey, I don't know if anybody's ever seen this, but you see what's happening right here on screen?
She's looking to my soul.
This is
to respond.
This is a very, very infrequent Soulcalibur 6 like bug.
What is it?
Ridz doesn't have the capability of switching into the menu.
No one can hit the menu button.
Oh.
Well, should we call the police?
That's okay, I got it.
Should we call Sting from the police?
We should definitely not call Sting.
It's a higher
Why not?
priority than the police. Yeah, why not?
Should we call the guy who dressed up like a policeman in the Village People? Why was that the one that got you? How to follow him? I don't know.
I don't know why that was so funny.
Yeah. It's not very often that I get Saberdays to do the
Yeah, you went from Every Breath You Take to YMCA.
Yeah. What's another Village People song?
YMCA 2?
No. That's YMCA-er. Yeah, that was done by the Village Folk. But, okay, so it looks like we're just going to be restarting the game. Presumably, Coffee, if you end up listening to the stream, please remember you do have the option to ensure that we go with that stage again for the second match. If you want to go back to Setsuka's stage, which honestly, I could see him wanting to do. It does provide a narrow stage where you could potentially get ringouts out of a CE, so, hey.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree with you. Also, in the Navy!
In the Navy! Yeah, there we go. Okay. Yeah, you're right. I was gonna say, Village People are not... That is not... Did somebody just go to network? Guys. Guys.
Stop it!
No, you don't have to be connected to Steam. This is,
They were both trying to do it at the same time, I'm pretty sure.
Online players, guys.
Oh my goodness.
What do you do with people like this? I don't know.
MFcoffee, you were just at NLBC last month.
Oh, was he? Oh.
Yeah.
That was the one that I missed.
You missed, missed both of them. Missed
the other one. Yes, that is true. I forget why I missed the other one, but yes, that is true. Okay, so Coffee's gonna go with Yoshimitsu. I don't know if I necessarily agree with this, to be completely honest. I thought that he was doing fine before. But, hey, whichever way you want to go. Now, if he switches his character, he no longer has the opportunity to keep the same stage, correct?
That is correct.
Yeah.
Okay, random. Interesting.
Yeah, because he switched characters, so we're gonna go for, two I-10 characters, one of them significantly better, honestly significantly better no matter what the stage is. So we get about as neutral of a stage as possible. Honestly, if I'm Ridz, I'm thinking, okay, that's great. I'm probably not going to have to deal with wall combos all that often, and I'm going to have to deal with ring-outs like some of the time instead of all of the time.
Yeah, and from his match against Yoshimitsu 6, he at least has the state of mind to, think, okay, I push my opponent to the ring's edge, I'm going to back up, and we're probably going to see that now.
Yep, he's just immediately backing up. allowing Yoshimitsu to go into meditation and potentially get some meat, and he's dead. No, he's not! Wasn't he dead there? Was I wrong?
I think he didn't have the meter first.
But oh right, he built the meter off of the move that he would have had to grade it right at the beginning. Okay, my bad. Cassandra already in the red, by the way. He did like 3 Beyblades, and now he's in the red.
Like, basically just need 1 more pixel worth of meter, but really close round. Advantage goes to MFcoffee with that guard break. Wait a minute. I guess that's not great.
Wow, that round was stupid. There was so many weird things going on that made no sense to me at all. It doesn't get his whiff punish on that. Too bad, so sad. Man, MFcoffee really loves that pogo. Yeah, you can see Ridz just trying to keep Coffee from mashing sidestep so heavily. Just going with AAA. I'm not even sure if he's like counter hit confirming it.
Not sure either, but we got a slow charge, tried to make a bad situation made a little better. What a death copter, but was just out of range there. That was kinda cool.
He kind of missed. Yoshimitsu actually gets a pretty good punish on that uppercut. But now Coffee has his own bar if he wants to try and use it. He probably doesn't even need to, getting another uppercut there. Wow, got so much damage off of that roll.
That jump K is just money, and getting this counter hit. MFcoffee just another round where it's just like such close margins where it could have really just went either way, but luckily for MFcoffee, it went his way for the last 2 rounds.
Yeah, I gotta be honest, I'm having a tough time keeping up. It really seems the Yoshi here is pretty wacky, and almost to the point of being Tabaki on top of it. He ends up getting, what is that, a wall rising A, right? And gets a gigantic amount of damage out of that. Ridz is potentially going to have to worry about another guard break. It is important to note he does have that wall rising A plus B lethal hit. He did get guard broken in the first round, right? I don't know if that's going to come into play. Sidestep jump B. That was supposed to be a 2-2B and a half. He's going to have to deal with another guard break at some point. He should probably spend... Can't you spend meter as Cassandra and build your guard break back? I think you can. Wow, Half-Life. He's got 2 bars.
God.
Good punish. Another fantastic duck. MFcoffee getting a lot of good ducks here. Wow, A plus B the other way.
Oh, was a little too antsy there, Ridz. Keep your advantage. It's slowly slipping away. We're going to do a soul charge. Just secure it. I like it. No meter on MFcoffee.
Not getting a
shit damage.
Yeah, okay, so Beyblade again. Something tells me this match is going to come down to Beyblade, but either way, I doubt Cassandra's going to have to worry all that much about the guard break going immediately into Poco. He also spent the bar so that MFcoffee can't actually go into Soul Charge. I don't actually know if I agree with that. Guess he just wants to spend his bar. Well, I mean, he gets another chance to do it anyway. So much Beyblade.
It's not getting GI'd, and, it's great on block, so why not? Wow, the 236 AB in the DF. Looks like Ridz just closing it out, that rush down. Overwhelming MFcoffee as Ridz continues the winner's bracket on a pretty damn good run. That's him going to winner's finals now, right?
Yeah, I think you're right. I really appreciate the fact that the 236B was the answer to Yoshi just waking up, because so often MFcoffee was going for either a wake-up button, wake-up sidestep, or wake-up pogo, and that it beat at least 2/3 of those. Depending on the timing, it would have beaten all 3, but yeah, that was really funny.
Yeah, just probably like just a result of the conditioning. Just like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go for it now. I'm not gonna like do this slow like Oki thing. Now I'm just gonna force it.
So by the way, I'm looking at the bracket, and remember how I said Hibachi was going to play against the winner of Yoshi 6 and Exander? It turns out that is going to be Exander, so that is a Maryland team kill going on in losers. Oh. It's going to be happening later. Well, when you get this far in the bracket, it's bound to happen at some point.
Yeah. Right? But
it's like, you know, it's kind of like the opposite of New York, where like anytime you're in like a New York tournament, the people who are in grand finals are like late, or like the people who aren't from New York.
Mm-hmm.
You would know more about that than I would, but yeah.
Thanks, Ramon, for the raid, by the way.
So.
No, hey, Ramon.
Alright, so next up, we're going to the other side of top 8, which is going to be Novamage versus Lessthanlee.
Alrighty.
Spicy.
So 2B versus Siegfried. I know, you know,
like a pretty big factor in this matchup.
Well, I guess Rising B would be a huge thing in any matchup just because of how much damage it does.
Yeah.
But without an I-10, it's not like Novamage has a clear response to Wall Rising B on block the whole time, right?
Are you seeing the stream stutter a little bit?
Oh yeah, I am. He's got cleared up now.
Fine on
Well,
my
no,
end. No,
I'm seeing the glitches every once in a while.
Yeah, it looks like.
Let me know
I
now.
think it might be your internet. Mostly because on the last match, there was like Discord was losing
bugging out.
rate. But it looks good now.
Okay, cool.
Okay. Hopefully. Okay. Sorry about that.
If it ends up going into more stuff, then I guess we'll find out as these rounds unfold. But it looks like I was correct in my speculation that it seems like the for one, reversal edge obviously, but also the horizontal AGI is definitely something that Lee is going for quite a lot. Is he gonna spend CE? Yep.
Yeah, there it is.
I agree with this. You're up around, you have full meter, you're gonna get half your stacks. You get more than half your stacks because you get a my hand after this, I presume. Oh, never mind.
And judging from how like Lessthanlee was able to slow down his other matches, I feel like he'd be just really just comfortable, just kind of playing the waiting game, just weathering the storm of this 2D pressure. But that's a great Dark Legacy bubble, but it's too close to call right now. That's a not a great reversal edge.
Yeah, Lee's actually... Oh, okay. I think he's going to try and spend the guard break with this meter. If Novamage ends up losing this round, that's going to be pretty costly. That kind of sucks. To spend the meter and then immediately get hesitant about what pressure you're going to go for. So, man, even though these AGIs have not really been all that successful, I feel like you can definitely tell it's very similar to how Incendiate was using those crouch grabs against Manta's Voldo Mantis pressure, where it's like it's not necessarily just the fact that it's there, it was the threat that they were constantly showing that can potentially condition your opponent out of it.
Right, just show them, hey, this exists, and that could make a big deal in terms of your mind games going forward.
I gotta say, I really like the fact that Novamage went for the spinny spin, and Lee tried to AGA lethal hit punish it, and it didn't work, and so Novamage was like, oh, you can't do this, so I'm gonna do another spinny spin, and then he won that round. But that's gonna give him double bubble. He's gonna have to deal with this guard crush eventually, maybe.
The secret dream, the double bubble.
You can definitely tell Novamage is getting a little bit greedy with trying to get that guard crush. He shouldn't make it a little bit too obvious. Yes, going for AA, BBB, I think is like the easiest way of doing something with this. So what do you get here? You don't get a ring out. Or do you? No, you don't.
Why didn't he spend it? He's sitting there.
Spend what? Oh. He still has time. Now he does.
Right, yeah, like...
Oh no!
For next round.
He had time before he got hit that last round.
I know, right? He's saving for next round, though. I figured it out.
Yeah.
Oh, wait
Putting him into a forced spot? Yeah, I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
that's effectively a forced mix at that point. So that was actually, now that I think about it, that's an incredibly smart whip punish. To immediately go into a soul attack when you know that your soul attack provides you just a straight up forced mix? Gee whiz. Can you even reversal edge out of that situation? I think you still can, but I'm not sure.
That looks really tight. Doesn't feel like you can.
Nice sidestep in the Lars. Jeez. I definitely agreed with your assessment in the beginning, where Lee is all about trying to slow it down. Because if you think about it, he just hit Novamage twice.
Yep.
So, like, he doesn't have to do a lot of stance pressure. He doesn't have to do a lot of stuff. He can just kind of rely on his ability to defend himself. He's not using reversal edge anywhere near as much. He probably doesn't want to have to deal with that guard crush the way that it was being handled last game.
Yep. Just, I would say, Lessthanlee, just, have confidence in your defense, have confidence in your reactions. They're both, like, pretty solid.
Oh, man, fantastic duck again.
Yeah,
anytime he has the opportunity for a duck, you can definitely expect a Siegfried player to use it, with the fact that his wall rising game is some of the best in the roster.
Absolutely.
Another fantastic duck. You should just assume that he's gonna duck every time, Novamage. But I guess the way that he beats that, he loses to the AGI, so maybe that's kind of the reverse mix that's going on that's frustrating him so much. Once again, getting a fantastic hit here. Gonna have to be very careful, you could potentially get wrung out. Okay, just decides to eat the K. Lee's got full bar yet again.
Man, Novamage is kind of forcing it in there, but like, okay, so that's a good opportunity for more damage. The stance throw. Got reversal edge once again. Just probably the favored answer to this APS pressure.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean,
perfect anti 2B stuff.
And he can bait it out, but then Lessthanlee can just switch up his options. But he does have answer to the reversal edge. But Lessthanlee is not exactly a one-trick pony. He is mixing up his defensive options.
I think Novamage at one point did a -14 move and was like, oh right, Siegfried has a terrible time trying to punish -14 stuff, so I'm just gonna do it again. It's like, well now he's in Soul Charge, so now it's actually pretty easy. So that's gonna give him a ring out. He had to spend a bar to do so, but Lee did as well. So it's not too much of a deficit, but yeah, it really seems like Novamage is having a difficult time trying to crack this Siegfried defense. He's just shuffling through his options of, oh boy,
optimal
That's
punish.
Real Soviet damage right there. Now, I mean, he's spending bar here, but like I said, it's a very uninteractive Soul Charge, but this reversal edge has just been money so far.
And Novamage knows he has to answer to that, but something about Lessthanlee is just kind of spooking him. Like, he can cancel the stance, go to, sidestep.
It's so much damage, right?
Yeah.
The second that Siegfried's right, it's just like, like you're effectively dancing around a giant so much. He ends up getting past the bubble.
Alright. What a round for Novamage. It seemed like it was just gonna be lights out real soon for Novamage, but that was such good decision making there.
Oh man, that is so lucky for Novamage that he actually got away from that. But it is important to note that he had the meter advantage. If he gets a CE, he's got the double bubble. I don't know if he really cares about that at the moment. Did he? Oh my god, imagine he burst him out of that soul attack, but they're both now in Soul Charge. Oh, yes! He actually gets it. Immediately into the stuff. No! Oh, is he dead? No, he's not. He's got to deal with that Dark Legacy. He's got to deal with his ring positioning too.
Don't get greedy. You have a life advantage.
Oh, he beat the bubble. Oh, he caught another one. That means he's going to have potential another bar. Oh, no, it's it.
Oh
boy, oh boy.
Game.
Wow, now that I think about it, that's insane. He went with A there. You realize that? That means that if Lee went with B the way that he had for the rest of the game, he would have gotten, I'm pretty sure he would have gotten the CE, which would have given him, he would have given him another bubble. Man, that was so risky from Novamage. Am I wrong? Like, I'm pretty sure he would have gotten the meter there. That's crazy.
No, Novamage just, he's a 2B player, man. Sometimes you just gotta be a little crazy. By a little crazy, I mean be crazy.
Yeah, I don't know so much about a little crazy. That's literally tournament losing crazy.
That's pretty damn crazy.
Alright, do you have your AGA? No AGA. Oh, I see. Because he was having a tough time with AGA originally, something tells me that he was just betting that the AA would kill instead of trying to go for something that was tougher.
So maybe that's an intentional AA.
I think that was an intentional AA, hoping that the damage would be enough. He didn't need to leave with it, right? But it turns out he was wrong, so...
Yeah, we'll close out the round anyway. Back throw.
Novamage going absolutely insane right now.
Okay.
He looks immediately so much more confident in his stance mix-ups. He did not seem so confident about it before. He keeps looking the other way. It keeps happening.
Okay, so overall, a good investment on that Soul Charge. Pretty good damage, not, colossal, nothing ring out or anything, but oh no. It's to the Ridz 50-50, but not dead yet, but the 3K will seal the deal.
I was actually kind of surprised he didn't go for the CE after the B, but I guess he realized that it wasn't going to kill and just reset neutral entirely, so he decided to go immediately into the double mix-up. We haven't actually seen a lot of Siegfried mix so far. Obviously, 2B is going to have their control of the pace more often than not, so I guess it was just enough mix that it was going to freak Novamage out. He does not get his full combo because reasons.
Yeah, he didn't get the pickup, but he still has a life lead, so just play a little solid and can close out this round great.
Alright, Novamage gonna be making this comeback again? Gotta be worried about that CE. Immediate forced Soul Charge. Okay. To get out of that mix, you do have to Soul Charge, which is something that Lee would have been totally fine with. Speaking of totally fine with, yeah, this is the one AGA that he's had no problems with. Oh man, fantastic sub, because of course he's going to.
Oh my god!
I mean, at that point, it's 100% 50-50 for you.
Yeah, absolutely. But just, that was a ring out, but that was a perfect round from Lessthanlee. Like, it was back and forth. It was kind of a touch and go for a little bit, but man, that was definitely a dominant final round for Lessthanlee, closing it out with style.
Yeah, it was kind of kind of crazy, the difference between the hesitance that I felt that I was seeing from Novamage in the first game versus when he felt like he got warmed up in the middle of the second game. But that being said, even if you're warmed up, the reason why you were hesitant in the first game is just because the options that Siegfried has against your pressure are so damaging if he's right. And that's, I think, quintessentially what we saw. I really feel like what Novamage needed to do, especially after those soul attacks on hit, you're effectively forced to spend meter to get out of those situations, but he waited too long to the point where it was a situation where, of course, Siegfried's going to be able to RI you in the one spot that you're definitely going to soul charge to get out of it.
Welcome to the
Tough stuff.
stage of history.
Yeah, but like Lessthanlee really like earned that right to just like just force that situation onto Novamage, just kind of forcing him to like, oh shit, I gotta like get out of here, soul charge, and then it's like, haha, you just right into my trap card. Like that was just such a brilliant round from Lessthanlee.
I'll be honest, that matchup is one of my favorites to watch.
Go by tier list, Hilde is definitely like up there on a lot of people's top 5, top 10 characters, but it's Soulcalibur 6 that like matchups are hardly decided by their placement on the tier list.
Yeah, especially in this game, yeah.
Yeah. And Kilik's just a solid character overall too, so.
Exander seems to be having a tough time understanding when he gets to do things. Oh boy.
Range there.
Yeah, starting it out with a oh man, trying to get a gigantic punish, but ends up being recovering crouched. Alright, Exander needs a little bit of time warming up his Hilde, I guess. I think he's been playing Servi like the whole day, right?
Yeah.
Alright, plus 10. Hibachi, definitely known for being an immensely aggressive Kilik player, but we're seeing him play pretty... He tried to continue with the string, and that's what you get.
Yep,
He
picture
tried to go for that
perfectly.
unsafe string.
Yeah, gotta hit confirm that.
Not getting his full combo there. Did he confirm that hit? Gee whiz. Oh, tried so hard. Got a BB as a punish. I'm pretty sure that's massively unsafe, but I might be thinking of a different move.
Oh, what a sidestep into the whip punish. Just, her whip punish damage is so good.
Oh, I just-
Dahlia's gone, but
I just realized when Hilde is up close, doing that that spinny spin move that Hilde does, I just imagine that is so good for catching Kilik when he tries to go like into the air or like anything that's off the ground. That just looks so perfect because you were probably going to do it anyway for the amazing Oki.
Yeah.
But on top of that, you got like the guard crush, and it's going to beat out every single option. Guess the lethal hit, and I guess the lethal hit punishes run up a little bit. Guess the tech trap on top of it. Dude, Hibachi's having such a hard time understanding when he can do anything right now. It's the exact opposite of the first round.
ooh, really? Exander was the one that matched her, but Hibachi decided to back off a little bit, so that could cost him? I'm not sure what he was looking for there. I'm sure it was something. But either way, that gave Exander a huge window to work with to close out the round, stealing away from Hibachi while he was in that evil Kilik form.
Alright, so far, it's really seemed like either one person is on the ball or the other person's on the ball. They're not really going back and forth all that much. It's either somebody is definitely playing and the other one definitely isn't, or the reverse. And Hibachi, frankly, when he's not, like, on the ball, he really kind of looks lost. Now, he's definitely on the ball right now. And it's just a matter of just, like... I get the impression that they're both just panicking to try and come up with, like, alright, I gotta get him to shut up for a second, Jesus. Alright, here we go. Can he actually pull this off? Yeah, he's not gonna try and slice with that, but he's gonna get the punish here. Yeah, good stuff.
I just love it that there's these mid ranges where like one move from the other character will whiff, and that's like both sides. Like it's just I don't know. There's no clear like range advantage here. It's just like
No, yeah, I would agree.
it's just like just back and forth of just like, oh my god, my mid range move just whiffed, and you have the range to whiff punish me. It's just kind of
Yeah, I think the disparity between the two characters is like the frames I think are a lot better on Hilde's side. I would think that the reverse mix with the auto GIs is better on Kilik's side. But yeah, I feel like a lot of this just has to do with like the player stuff. Man, that's the second time in a row Hibachi has tried to end out the game with something that's unsafe, which gives Exander an opportunity. Oh boy.
You're gonna cost him? Oh my god, what a read!
I mean, he had gone for that like 3 times in a row, right? Makes sense. Plus that's safe on block, I think. Gross stuff.
Such a good move. Oh, that's that auto GI you're talking about. A lot of damage here into... oh, okay, we know about that wake up.
I didn't know there was anything you could do when I wake up.
Yeah, Tech 4 is the answer, apparently.
Hibachi catching... Oh, man, I was about to say Hibachi catching Exander on his wake-up a lot more often, but then he ends up getting out of scot-free. Okay.
Really good displays of movement from Exander. Just want to see some damage coming from that.
Didn't get to use his bonus bar, which kind of stinks. So he
Yeah.
decides to use it now, but it's not bonus anymore, is it, Exander?
Oh, movement once again. Yeah, that back from that back step too.
Yeah.
Oh my god, so much life. Once again, the
Catching
back
those
step.
auto GIs. Oh, doesn't get his full combo though. Good knowledge about Hilde.
Taking his turn with a throw, I like it.
Very scary stuff to do it with a throw, because you gotta be worried about that duck into the CE. Very similar to Xianghua. Doesn't get his punish. Gets a fantastic punish there. Very spooky stuff.
I love Xander's commitment to the turtle there because, you know, he's in evil Kilik mode, so as long as you stay there blocking, you know, that damage is going to tick over time. So you don't have to, like, force anything there, just, you know, let evil Kilik's, DOT, like, take its toll.
And it's important to note that he didn't go for... Hibachi didn't go for any command grabs during that whole time, and it really feels like Exander was doing a lot of sidesteps to get away from 6xB, rather than dealing with the grabs. So if Hibachi gets into that spot again, I think that's the way that you have to go about it.
I think so too. He might be spooked by Xander's ability to do the tech crouch charge A move. But I think Hibachi has to, like, you know, kind of force it out of him first. Like I think he'd just go for it like you said. But as we say that, Exander, that's gonna be 2-0. If I'm not mistaken.
Yep. Very, very smart stuff. Going for a double kick. A low kick into a mid kick while rising to get away from any potential reverse GI stuff. Reverse auto GI stuff. Had Hibachi gone for something like just a straight up RI, which you can do as Evil Kilik, probably would have gone a lot better. I don't know. It seemed like Hibachi was having a tough time understanding what Exander was doing. But again, I'd be willing to bet that both players have played against each other a lot. So there's probably a lot going in each other's heads that we're not really seeing on screen, as is typical of people who have played against each other a bunch.
All right. Going over to losers. So we're continuing in losers with MFcoffee and Lessthanlee.
We are going over laterally in losers.
Yes, we are proceeding in the losers bracket.
So Coffee versus Lee, huh?
Yes, indeed.
Would anybody be surprised to know that these two people played against each other on Lee's stream yesterday? I think it was yesterday, and it kept disconnecting. Lee was having a tough time with Steam, and it wasn't allowing them to play. Well, guess what, guys? This is a Parsec tournament, and we don't have to worry about that here. And isn't that cool?
Woo!
We got up?
I mean, the only person worrying about that here is me. That's my nightmares. Keeps me up, you know. It's like, then no one could connect to the...
Now, Yoshimitsu has an I-10 AA, which can punish while rising B and 3B on block without any kind of issues. Wow, immediately just goes into meditation. I think, once again, very similar to all the other matches we've seen with Lee, he's just going to be trying to slow it down. He's had a wholeheartedly unsuccessful time so far, because Coffee is quite difficult to kind of pin down. Oh, wow. Yep. Trying to catch him sidestepping. Coffee does ambitiously sidestep quite a lot on Mako.
What a sequence from Lessthanlee. And MFcoffee seemingly had the advantage, but now we're just gonna turtle our way to freedom, perhaps? Good block, there it is, the punish.
Yeah, I think Coffee was trying to come up with some sort of an angle where you could get an AA Brave Edge and get like a wall combo, and it just, the spacing wasn't there. You can also kind of tell that Lee is going with a lot of horizontals, virtually starting off all of his pressure with horizontals in the first round. I wonder if he's going to keep that up. Oh, that was an AGI.
Okay, yeah.
Decides not to RI. Decides not to RI or GI through that string. Nice sidestep. I said nice sidestep, but I figured that he was going to actually get some sort of a combo. Lee already in yellow. Coffee trying desperately to come up with something to do, and it's just not working.
Yeah, I see a lot of attacks from MFcoffee, but also a lot of blocks from Lessthanlee, and that's gotta make MFcoffee just kind of a little antsy, just like
Yeah.
just keep blocking. Please stop
Important to
blocking.
note that it was all stand blocks. It was all stand blocks. I'm just trying to sidestep at correct points in string. So if he goes for like more grabs, or I think it's 2-2K, or full crouch 3K, something that would like keep him from just doing the same thing over and over again, I think that's the way to go. But he's also getting a lot of guard pressure. Okay, there we go. There's the RI. He at 6-6K. What a weirdo.
Okay, to mix up, nice stay on the ground to avoid the reverse cycle mix up. Good
Weird.
job, man, Lessthanlee.
Oh man, he jumps out of there inadvertently. Yeah, getting those 3As off, that's it. I don't know why. He didn't even have 2 bars. So like, the 2-2A wasn't even gonna lethal hit him.
Yeah.
I don't know so much about that 2A, my guy.
God, his AGA block punish is so on point, those lethal hits.
Yeah, I feel like Coffee just needs to like come up with a little bit of a better in-neutral mix-up type game. Or switch to Maxi. Maybe that's what he's doing.
Yeah,
Yep,
just go for comfort.
Sure.
Yeah, regardless of, I don't know, of the matchup. Ugh.
You know what's kind of weird? We had Yoshimitsu on that stage. Not only do we have no ring outs, but the 2 wall combos we had were from Siegfried.
Yep.
Well,
And they're just so always consistent, the Siegfried wall combos, and so much damage.
significantly easier and less complicated than the Yoshi ones. I imagine we're gonna see, I'm gonna say we're gonna see 2 additional wall combos from Siegfried in this next game. Somebody want to do a Twitch prediction and see if I'm wrong? I don't know, whatever.
Okay.
Yeah, Coffee doing a lot of mix-up type stuff, but I wouldn't really call his lows as good mix-up tools as Yoshi's are. Alright, this is number 1.
He is scaling though.
Yeah, that's
Into
like
the
no
reset.
damage. He gets the right. Alright, so one more wall combo, and I was right. You heard it here first.
Okay. Next 2A.
2 seems conservative. You're probably gonna see way more than 2.
I'm a conservative.
Yeah.
No, why would you do that? No!
Not that I'm the man.
Guys, you really shouldn't use a lot of punches, because, especially against somebody that's defensive, and is he dead? No, he's not dead. That's not,
punished.
is it?
Oh,
No,
never mind.
I
Yeah.
didn't think so. A plus B there! Nice sidestep. The Siegfried stomps are so... The Siegfried stomps are mad inconsistent, and it was back turn, you know? Like,
Yeah.
that move kind of sucks. It kind of always has. Come on, Lee, make me right. Get one more combo. End this with a 6A combo. Oh no.
Don't. Best character in the game.
Don't let this happen. Nah, back to Amy's better.
I'll give that.
Thank you.
Last frames? Oh, just whatever. Full charge.
Oh, he's having
Man.
such a hard time getting anything started. He's going with such small buttons over and over again. I like the 1B usage, but he's just having a tough time dealing with
we
it.
go.
The fact of the matter is, maxi stance combos and everything, and stance pressure is really not all that effective. There are kind of pseudo-hard answers. What? Is that real? Oh,
Okay,
okay.
I think that maybe a tech crutch, but at the very least it was free damage, but it doesn't matter. MFcoffee takes that finally on the board on this maxi. We'll see if he can keep this up.
Yeah, it's tough. Not getting the whip punishes on that stuff and only getting like a 3K is certainly not helping either. That's a good dock there. Yeah, 6A plus speed, still a really good move.
I wish that maxi whip punish was a little bit more.
Yeah.
But here comes Lessthanlee. Oh, the waves! Virtual
Cartwheels. No, Lee, don't do it. No! No! Don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. Yes!
Oh, here we go.
Alright,
What man?
Now I was gonna say, like, somehow get a wall combo that, that doesn't kill him before the wall combo starts. I don't know if it would be possible.
Very convincing win from the side of Lessthanlee. Just insane punishes, defenses, reactions. He had it all there, man.
Yeah, real tough stuff. So on one hand, I was wrong about the amount of wall combos. But on the other hand, Sabandea said that I was being conservative when in fact I was being democratic about the whole thing.
Oh, shit.
So,
Wow.
you know, 6 of one, half a dozen of the other.
Uh-huh. That's what
I
happened.
will sacrifice being wrong if it also means that Ian is wrong.
That's the thing Jay would do.
Yeah. Yeah.
That sounds true. Yeah, I
Sounds,
believe it.
yeah.
Next up, we're gonna have Manta versus Exander.
Have we seen this before?
Manta versus Exander?
Exander? I don't remember.
What a weird matchup.
I would imagine he's gonna go Cervantes. I think it's Cervi, yeah. I do remember that there was a stint in time when Boom was a potential Voldo player, where he played Voldo in tournament for like 2 days. So maybe he got experience with that. I honestly feel like the entirety of Maryland's matchup understanding is dependent upon what characters Boom has decided to pick up. Maybe I'm wrong about that, but I feel like I'm not.
I like to have the same pose. It's just kind of a...
I'd be willing to bet that Maryland is the best portion, the best region of the United States at beating Huang. I'd be willing to bet that.
I'll accept that statement. Slash bet.
Alright, relatively neutral stage. Both characters mid-range spacing kind of stuff. Cervantes certainly hits a lot harder.
Yeah, which would force Manta to maybe just play the that demonic elbow is gonna be a lot of damage into a wake up in favor of Manta. The plus frames goes for the low. Oh my god, I caught this, not quite quite a good step, but landed the hit nonetheless. Reversal edge to try to relieve some pressure. Takes the guessing game in favor of Exander. What a comeback. Not so much a comeback. Exander, you know, he had momentum. He kind of dropped the ball, and it was Manta's momentum. But what a way to get that momentum back in Exander's favor.
Yeah, he ended up going with the back on the reversal edge, meaning that he was trying to bet on Cervantes' REK, which would have kind of surprised me if he decided to go with that, as Cervantes' K, reversal edge K is like one of the weakest options in reversal edge just on the roster. Just has to spend the bar to go with a CE whip punish. How do you like it, Manta?
How do you like that?
Yeah.
But Manta, like you said, or like you kind of suggested, Manta does have meters, so perhaps Exander has to watch out for that, but it's not going to kill, so Exander might be able to go a little bit crazy. So much life indeed. He can afford to take a risk or two. Whoa, that was crazy.
What happened?
I have no effing idea.
How did he get out of that? I don't understand.
So I think it's the Mantis Crawl hop, and the Mantis Crawl hop has like the weirdest evasive properties that make no sense to me. Like I saw it like dodge horizontal mids. It's nuts.
He decides to wait with for the reversal edge this time around. That way he doesn't have to like worry about some sort of like weirdness going on. He's getting a little bit of pressure, similar to how he was getting it in the first round. And he's got that guard crush, but obviously he wants to try and keep that in the bank and not use it on a round like this. Potentially he wants to try and end this round with a CE.
Lowe's clipping him, but is it significant enough to take the round? Maybe. Oh my goodness!
No, if he got the wall there, he was dead.
Yep.
Jeez. Scary stuff. Okay, Exander wants to try and win this round.
Yep.
I feel like if I was Exander, I would try to... Oh my god, is he dead? Dead to a grab. He's dead to a one... No, wait, he has that lethal hit.
Lethal hit.
Oh my god, he's dead.
This
He
character's cheap!
fucking died, dude.
That's not life!
I like how something that I was gonna say in the beginning of the game. Remember how I said that like Cervantes does more damage, but then Manta got that lethal hit off the whip punish, and I was like, well, he doesn't do more damage than Voldo on a whip punish at least. Well, I guess I'm wrong. I guess I lied about that.
Yeah, to be fair, I mean he was on soul charge, but still, like.
Yeah. But still, it's Cervantes 3v, so
Yeah. But he also had the lethal hit combo extension as well. Like that's just, man, you
yeah,
can't
that was
expect a perfect way to end.
Oh,
yeah, that's perfect for Exander.
So I want to mention that Manta did decide to manually pick this stage, and I think that's a bit interesting. I'm not saying it's definitely like confusing to me, but I wonder why he's decided to go with a small all-wall stage. This means that he has to do with Cervantes going off the wall over and over again, which, at least for me, kind of sucks. I hate dealing with that.
Yeah, I suppose he's more comfortable with that kind of scenario as opposed to kind of dealing with any kind of ring out pressure, because I suppose he felt a little nervous about ring outs on that Farmaro stage. So just factor that out, and I think it'll allow him to play a game that he's more comfortable with. But we'll see if those
We'll
see if those Cervantes off the wall shenanigans become a factor. Here's a knockdown throw. Exander, what's the wake up?
It was a pseudo factor just a second ago. Decides not to go for the punish, though he probably doesn't get much of a punish on that 2-hit string.
Okay, are we gonna close it? Plus frames.
Once again, he's got a little bit of... Oh,
It's a
was
mistake.
that... Wait, why? No! You could have killed him with just like a 6-speed, dude.
Okay, yeah.
Manta getting a little bit, I guess he thought it was the last round or something like that, but hey, he ends up getting the round. It was like virtually going to be a bonus bar later anyway, so I guess it's not that big of a deal, but it does seem a little bit wasteful.
Yeah, I mean, maybe he's worried about, like, you know, Soulcalibur 6 weirdness there, because, you know, it's kind of like an off angle there, but, you know, it's a way to secure it.
Yeah, I guess potentially he was worried about just how far Exander was going to be effectively teleporting away, and he knew that Voldo CE is one of the longest range things in the whole game.
Yeah, so...
Man, oh man, this stage is working out aces for Manta. Not necessarily because of the walls, just because he's having a tough time.
Yeah.
Exander's having a tough time just dealing with just overall neutral Voldo, as opposed to dealing with mix-up Voldo.
Whoa, just a series of blocks from both players. Very interesting.
Yeah, fortunately, Manta blocked a handful of unsafe things. Even went for a small punish in -12 as opposed to 14, and still didn't get it.
It
That
didn't
kinda
land,
sucks.
yeah.
Oh, he tried to go for a wall rising, it didn't
goodness.
work. Okay. He tried to be so cheeky with that wall rising A in that spot, but yeah, Voldo's Soul Charge is kind of the king Soul Charge of Force Blast. Like, you really have to... I don't know, who makes you force... Or what Soul Charge is more about Force Blast than Voldo's? I don't know.
More so? Yeah, it's hard for me to have a counter for that.
You can
Maybe
tell that...
it's still not like to the extent.
Yeah, but those are all still,
yeah.
like, GI-able and stuff, instead of, like, being all break attacks. It's tough to say, but also I gotta say, I think that Exander is switching up his style a little bit to play a little bit more unsafe. Like, he's using more unsafe moves, simply because Voldo doesn't really get that much of a block punish in the first place, but on top of that, Manta isn't even getting the small block punishes that the character can even get. So hey, if it's not going to be punishable, you might as well just go for it. 6AB, 3B out of nowhere, 6B, yeah, just like keep going at it, dude.
I like it. Like Voldo has like bottom 5 block punishes in the game.
Oh yeah,
actually pretty bad. So
yeah,
I like going through just like the raw 3Bs because you know the risk reward factor is just so in your favor. You know, you get what, like 20 damage?
Voldo's block punishment is
so bad.
Just slightly better than as well with no weapon. Like, just barely. Did he get like an I? Did he do something that was -18? I get something cool.
I think they buffed his punishment on the later frames, but small frames, they're pretty bad.
Alright, Manta trying to come back now. He gets to do a little bit more of offensive pressure now if Exander's going to potentially be swinging for the fences. Starts right off with the 3 people's K, gee whiz. Manta's got full bar too. Yes, you gotta deal with all this awful wall stuff. It sucks.
It's out of range though.
I hate it. Ah, when you're in blind stance, you're a lot faster than Cervantes, so maybe you can do something with that.
Oh, but just not giving an opportunity. Oh, here's an opportunity for Manta.
Yeah, you potentially get a lot of Guard Crush here. Yeah, you can see
chip
already
damage
in the yellow, yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's a big hitbox for sure. A lot of damage. Soul Charge is done, but a great ring position for Manta here. And how we're gonna close it out? We're gonna just mash an AA to catch that sidestep attempt coming from Exander. And just like that, match point for both players. And that's a 2-2B coming from Manta. Oh my god, here's the pressure.
Got a lot of meter here. Yeah, meter can go with off the wall, I presume. Yep. What? He hopped away so he could get the CE whip punish. But okay, that was really cool and everything. He's got to deal with this pseudo force block. He doesn't, but now he's got to deal with the off the wall stuff again, and he has another bar that he has to worry about. So this is very much not in Manta's favor, to be completely honest. I don't think he's going to be able to get anything with this Guard Crush. He's not respected. Oh, that might be almost it. That might be it just in general. No, it's not. Yes, it is. No, it's not. Oh, man. He did not respect A6 at all. And that is a killer. It turns out, guys, it doesn't really matter how fancy schmancy you are. Cervantes A6, I don't think I put this on Twitter, but I was talking to a handful of people about it. Cervantes A6 might be the most non-committal move in the whole game.
But just looking at his run so far tonight, he's kind of on fire right now. So I'm hoping he puts up a good match. Maybe he has what it takes to just edge out Incendiate, but we'll see. Here comes Winners Finals.
Man, we see the stage a lot today, huh?
Yeah, it's a cool.
Alright, the stream is going a little fucky.
Well, that's
Yeah, I
been
see it.
happening at the beginning of like every game, and then it seems to be fine. So I don't know.
Okay, let's
Let's pray the
I
internet
feel like that
gods.
has been the case over the past like 4 matches, where it's just like it gets a little bit glitchy in the beginning, and Kwong and I talk over it, and then eventually by the middle of the first round it's fine. But you know, I probably jinxed it by saying that, but hey.
Don't
let's
jinx
hope
it.
not.
I'm liking the. It's still early, but I'm liking the pressure from Ridz so far. You know, he's pushing frame advantage, but also not overextending.
Yeah, he's definitely trying to play it a little bit more defensively. I don't like the fact that that 3B went unpunished, but that is a relatively typical thing nowadays. That Xianghua 3B is effectively just safe.
Yeah.
So what are you gonna do?
Especially at tip range, you just ask yourself, like, can I push this range? And by the time you complete that, oh, sorry, too late.
Now this is Winners Finals, correct? So this would be 3 out of 5?
Yeah, first 3.
Yep.
Fantastic crouch grab as a punish, but ends up not really getting the... I don't think he expected the character to be so high up on the wall there.
Really high wall splat. Probably threw him off.
Ridz deciding to stay put now. It really seems like Ridz was effectively baiting Incendiate into assuming that he was going to try and run away. Alright, a very typical Ridz setup where you walk away for 15 seconds and you just run up in 3B, yo. Yeah, dude. Dead to a CE though, so that's scary. Oh, okay. I think Incendiate got a little bit ambitious there, and Incendiate's having a tough time understanding what to do right now. I feel like he went for a little bit too many bets in the beginning to try and deal with Ridz strings, and it didn't really like work out all that well. And now he's also getting pseudo confused as to like what's going on with this whole backing up. Like he's playing like no mid range. Ridz is either playing I'm across the screen or I'm in your face and pressing buttons.
And both ranges are just like really effective. Just he's playing around those ranges, like, you know, like in and out, just weaving, just really effectively.
Ooh, try to GI? I don't know. Oh boy. Okay, well.
Wow.
Yeah, that was pretty convincing. So, what is Incendiate gonna try to do here? Gonna go with a random stage and try to get something that's a little bit bigger? And if so, why would you want that? I don't know.
I think some breathing. Wow, yeah, breathing room, but like Ridz is just so comfortable up close. He's so comfortable up range. Just to change the scenery might go a long way.
Yeah, honestly, I don't think it has anything to do with the stage. I didn't see anything that Cassandra was doing that was specifically like involved within her tools as anti-Xianghua. That was just straight up Incendiate being wrong about 15 things per round and losing.
Yeah.
So I think it's just a matter of just trying to like warm up to Ridz's timing. Which he totally isn't doing. He isn't respecting the 3A and Divine Force at all. He's getting caught by 2As over and over again. He doesn't know when Ridz is going to press and not press. He's having a real tough time with it.
Yeah, and I think that's a lot of it is on account of Ridz, you know, like the way he's conditioning. You know, he's pushing his plus frames, but also sometimes he's not. So I feel like that's kind of throwing off Incendiate's defensive timings overall.
Yeah, like virtually every single in-close sidestep. Like, imagine trying to do 2-2B against Ridz at the moment. Like, I honestly feel like it would not be possible because everything has been met with like an uppercut, with a 2A, with that. What was that? Wall rising A plus B.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is. Okay. Incendiate has not gotten a single thing going just yet, virtually at all. Okay, we're getting a little bit of a punish on some of these uppercuts now, so that's good.
All right. Ooh, okay. I was starting to get a little nervous because Incendiate was disrespecting Ritz's frame advantage, but it was paying off.
Yeah, as Xianghua definitely makes sense.
Sure.
Not getting a punish on like the 236A kind of stinks too.
Okay, I think the movement is the answer.
Yeah, I think he's finally figured it out. He was sidestepping, so when Ridz presses a button, he's typically going to press another button, and because the first one hit, he has the frame advantage to effectively corral Incendiate into a bad position, but now Incendiate is kind of just taking it like 1.5 character lengths farther away, and is allowing himself a spacing that's more advantageous.
Brilliant stuff. Here comes the Ridz Soul Charge, fighting a pretty hefty life deficit. But, you know, with Divine Force and Soul Charge, definitely got damage output to really just, you know, close the gap between the two life bars. Oh, great. Instant rising B.
I don't even think that he ducked that grab. I think he just did wall rising B.
Yeah.
I really feel like that's the case. Okay, Incendiate immediately feels incredibly more confident in just his overall timing and spacing. And I think one thing that he's taking advantage of is the fact that Ridz isn't respecting any small frame advantage virtually whatsoever. And Incendiate is also matching that, and he's matching AAA more often than not. Okay, Ridz! Well, that's what happens when you match AAA a whole bunch. But hey, 2 bars to 1 yet again. When Incendiate was in this position against Manta, he was able to use his meter advantage for the last round win. Let's see if he can do the same thing. Wall rising B is sidestepped.
Oh, geez, just shutting down this movement attempt from Incendiate.
Yeah, the problem is that
there
he gets like no damage out of it. He's stopping the movement with like 2A and 2K, which is good and everything, but it's just nothing compared to what we just saw in terms of damage.
Right, it's not going to discourage Incendiate from moving. He's going to keep doing it, and still, like, it's good that he's continuing to do it.
Solid stuff from Incendiate to get this pressure to go with AAA into AA stance. And he ends up getting that round with the CE into Oki. Alright, what does Ridz decide to do? I imagine he's going to stay with Cassandra the whole way, but
Yeah,
so
unless he gets 3-0'd this game, but I like sticking with Cassandra here.
Maybe he needs to do like a little bit more wall rising B, but that's probably exactly what Ridz was thinking, and then Incendiate immediately did a crouch grab, which definitely would have caught me. Because I'm trying to think of like how he gets away from these AAs, right?
Yeah.
And I don't know. Maybe his own AA, because they're just as fast.
Yeah, 10 frames.
Whoa!
It trade, but Incendiate has life deficit to just like deal with it.
Dude, what a terrible trade for Ridz. that trade sucked for him. Dude, immediate AA. I think Ridz has to get used to the fact that he has to use faster moves here.
Yeah, also doesn't hit on block, so that gave Ridz you know, some window to counter poke there.
See him trying to do those wall rising Bs at like awkward times. He's trying to catch that AA a lot more often, and I think Incendiate is reading it as well. So I really feel like the momentum is in Incendiate's court. Everything is going the way. He's the one who's dictating the pace is the problem.
Yeah.
He's now going to be up 2-0 in rounds. This is going to kill, right? Okay.
Yeah. What a momentum shift. Now it's Incendiate just kind of running away with the game. We'll see if Ridz can answer.
He effectively just started playing more compact, and he stopped really caring about getting hit by like 2A and 2K.
Yeah, who cares?
So like, yeah, he would get hit by it and then try to like move away. And ever since he, instead of moving away, just started mashing, he's been totally fine.
Yeah. Oh, the wake up AA, yeah, that's just, oh. It's just so good. Chip damage, no big deal. Oh, that's kind of a big deal.
Yeah, I mean, fantastic timing. Decides not to go with the rest of the string. Jump B.
Yep, disrespecting. I like it. Movement. Oh!
See, this is what can happen. This is what happens when you're in yellow life against Xianghua. It sucks, dude. Like, you're just so scared to do literally anything. Is he gonna try to Beyblade and then... There it is, yeah. You knew he was looking for it. 100% he was looking for it. So 2-1, that's not it yet.
Yeah.
Ridz can potentially just take a beat to just try and assess the situation. Somebody tells me he's just gonna immediately rematch, though.
Yeah, maybe just take it back to the forest stage. I mean, that worked out game 1, right?
Yeah, you can do that.
Welcome to the stage of history retold.
Oh, that's a character.
I don't know. I don't know.
I'm not.
I think if this is what you were gonna do, you should have done it earlier. Now, I've eaten my words about this kind of thing before, but okay, so this character can obviously play at a significantly farther away range, and depending on the stance, you're either doing much more damage than Cassandra, or much, much less damage than Cassandra. But you also don't have an I-10, so, man.
Yeah, but the longer you're in Gloomy Tira, you know, the more potential damage burst that you can just dish out.
Yeah, see, so we started with 6B into 3B. That is really not a strong frame trap mix-up. I don't know. I shouldn't poo-poo it right away, but it does look a little bit eyebrow raised.
Okay, where's the Gloomy Tira? But we're in Guts, so just one throw away. There it is.
Jordan being his patented, really obnoxious, unpleasant person to be around. Immediately in Jolly, too. That kind of sucks. I thought he had Gloomy, so at least he could do something. You got to be in Gloomy for 0.2 seconds, and that's always like the worst case scenario for Tira players. Yeah, I don't know so much about these frame traps. These frame traps that Ridz is trying to pull off, I'm not really sure about their efficacy, honestly. Ooh, no 4K. Oh, he tried to, like, catch the crybaby. Makes sense. Okay, here you go. You got Gloomy. What?
Oh my god, are you kidding me?
That's minus 12? I didn't know that.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, well, he's dead.
Yeah.
Do you at least get to stay in Gloomy? Alright, at least he gets to stay in Gloomy.
Okay, here we go.
So maybe he actually gets to, like, play the video game, but it kind of doesn't look like it.
He's got a lot of meters, so, I don't know. We
He's
can
got the 6B lethal hit, sort of. Okay. Immediately into Jolly, so that kind of sucks, but you've got other lethal hits now.
Yeah, but that was a 12 frame punish, so
Yeah.
the damage.
Yeah.
Knockdown.
Oh boy. These crouch grabs, even though they haven't been, okay, that's... Oh, okay, wow.
Okay.
You did it. And, 5 chances? That's not that bad. Immediate sprint up AA, what a jerk.
He's just like, okay, enough of this nonsense, I'm gonna close it out, but that could go against him. Ridz is in Gloomy, so, very strong character in this form. Though put a back walk, but no punish there, but still, just a 6B away from taking it away. Finally on the board on this tier pick.
Yeah, I think Ridz has finally realized what character he's playing and the fact that he can walk away from most situations. But for the most part, he's just kind of like just pressing buttons instead, and the buttons are just, they're good, they're just not as good as the back walk, honestly.
Yeah.
He's gotten Incendiate to calm down just a little bit, but he's had to spend meter in order to keep that up, and he's not going to be able to keep that up for any longer than just right now.
Oh, that was,
A lot of good auto GIs. A lot of good auto GIs. Okay, decides to like punish as hard as humanly possible.
Jeez.
But he's dead to a CE yet again.
Yeah, but catches the backstep with that soul attack. He's not dead yet, but we're gonna do a first one. Workaround. That is Incendiate 3-1.
Yeah, that was really cool. I like that workaround, that cancel to kind of get away from the RE there. But yeah, I think if Ridz ends up going into Grand Finals, I think if you're gonna play Tira, which is totally fine, you should start with Tira. Because I think it took him a while, and he was doing a few frame traps that, I'm not sure of how actually effective they are, because they're very, like, pseudo-frame trappy, but, you know, in Parsec you have the reactions to just kind of, like, mash yourself out of those situations. But I think that if you were to pick Tira the whole way, I think you should stick with one character, I guess is the idea that I'm getting at. I don't think that either Cassandra or Tira do especially better against Xianghua than one or the other. So if that's the case, I think you should just pick one and try to run with it.
Yeah, that's a fair assessment. I mean, for the most part, it did seem like he was not quite, like, Tira warmed up, or rather, Tira warmed up against, you know, Xianghua. Grand Finals, yeah, I think I agree with you. He's gonna go with Tira, try, you know, maybe try it game 1 and switch to Cassandra. I think I would like it even better, just, stick with Cassandra the whole way. I mean, you know, for me, you know, comfort goes a long way, I say that time and time again. But Tira is such a strong character, like, I feel like Ridz just, you know, still wants to play that card.
Yeah, I think that's definitely the case, but he's gonna have to play against the winner of this match here, and this is Lee versus Exander, so we're gonna get a run back of... I saw this match when you guys were commentating it the first time, and I think Exander should have won. So, he had the CE, he just did it a teeny tiny bit too late, where Siegfried, the character that gets the most damage in the game when he whiffs, a really, really close match. And so, this is the first time I think we've seen the desert stage, like, I think so far today.
Oh, was it this match? Oh my god, it was this match where we got the desert stage.
No, that was the fountain stage, right?
The fountain?
I don't know if that was the... They were definitely on the fountain stage, but I don't remember if this was, if this was the stage that was included in the set at all.
But, yeah, either way, we got desert. No wall shenanigans, but ring outs will be in play.
Whoa, tried to go for a 3B after post-Serby 3B on block. I mean, it's Cervantes, so you don't get that... This was something that I remember seeing in their first match, is that basically any time Lee went for a string that involved a mid, Exander always ducked. And it was netting him a lot of damage. But I think Exander might have taken stock of that and decided not necessarily to duck literally every single time.
Yep. Should do it off a read, not just of, you know, I don't know what else to do kind of thing.
Oh, tries to go for that punish, doesn't end up getting it. It's also going to be a matter of whether Lee is going to have those AGAs for the wall rising A's, because that's a huge deal. It's such a huge deal if that ends up being the case. But yeah, they're really going back and forth right now. Both just titans of damage at the moment.
Great side step, but too far away for a punish.
It's not going to get a punish on the B6. That's kind of difficult to do even offline. So can't really blame him.
A6.
Now the one thing is that Exander is definitely losing out on the guard gauge. So you're not going to be able to play this way for the entire set. Otherwise you're definitely going to lose. Oh, does he get a ring on here? No. Okay, he just gets a lot of damage.
Jeez, it's okay, Soulcharge could make something happen. It's just a
He's dead to like 1-3B,
yeah,
technically.
Exactly.
He's not going to get hit by a 3B though. He's going to specifically make it so that he doesn't get hit by oh! But he's got to deal with this bubble. How do you deal with this bubble? Ah! No, alright! Oh, it gets a jump! Oh, wowzers!
He attempted to resist impact, but the frames were too tight. Just went for that AA.
Jesus Christ. So, that honestly kind of only just keeps Exander in the game, because this guard crush is so looming that, like, it's practically going to give Lee this round. In fact, if Exander... No, Exander, you can't go to the last round with this. No!
Oh, no!
Run counter. He should have just taken the break, yo.
I agree.
Oh, now he's got to deal with this round? That sucks.
Okay, well, we have 2 soul charges, so 2 chances of just getting away from guard break pressure.
Dude, these 3A4s, though, they do so much. Yeah, he has to spend meter here. Oh, man. This seems like old-style Siegfried, where it was just like the guard crush was so inevitable that you knew you were going to have to deal with it. He's getting some damage on these A6s, but... Oh! Wow, Cervantes backdashed it really good.
Yeah, I thought that would have caught the back step, but...
It would against my character. And that's it. No, it's not. Yes, it is. Yeah, that guard crush, I don't know. If he was able to make it so that the guard crush had to be used in the second to last round, I think he would have been fine. That was tough. Very good match. Very well played so far in the first game. They're definitely going back and forth, and just the guard damage was really the thing that was killer. So, does this mean that Exander is going to be pressing more buttons? More small buttons to try and keep the 3A4s and whatever out of his sight? Or does he go for his own guard crush stuff? I don't know.
Yeah, or maybe he can try to look for those and try to GI them. Easier said than done, but...
yeah, that's tough. I don't even think that it's a good GI, right? Because it's like a relatively slow move.
Yeah, you're right.
Decides to go with the fountain where the last match ended.
yeah, okay, there it is. Yep, you're right, the fountain.
Siegfried, I have your family. Where are you? Where my family died. Does anybody get that reference?
That sounds so edgy.
Hell yeah. I definitely came up with it myself, and it's not a quote from one of my favorite movies of all time. It's almost half-life. You know what we haven't seen Exander do at all? Grab. But I kind of understand it because Lee step ducks more than, like, anybody I know. Oh, sorry, Lee. I guess I'm telling Exander what to do. That's my bad. Oh, it doesn't get his 4KK. So he's got to deal with all this guard crush. Okay, gets like a teeny tiny punish, which was just enough. Always sucks to try and punish Siegfried B6. I always hate the block stone. I hate moves with low block stone in this game. I don't think it makes sense though. Cervantes is telling him to shut up with that 2A plus B. Enough small moves.
Oh, the 50-50.
No, here we go again. Nice run up block at plus frames. Definitely not something you can do online.
Okay.
Lee slowing it down yet again. Xander's just having a tough time figuring out how to crack it.
Good defenses overall. So
who did Lee lose to? Jordan, right?
Lee lost to Jordan.
Yeah, okay. It was Mix. Hey, gets the grab.
Yep.
He's going a little bit more grab heavy nowadays.
I like it.
The 3B's not being punished. Cervantes is in Soul Charge, so I'm not surprised. A6 doing its work yet again.
Yep, and Soul Charge getting that extra damage, and A-Slide B once again to close it out. Pretty convincing so far from
yeah, A-Slide being so smart in that situation. I guess it only loses to the K. Does he get anything? Oh, okay, he gets a lower as a K there. That's cool.
3 damage.
Wake up B6, doesn't work.
always feels bad to have it happen on you.
Yeah, but Cervantes has his 3B, so I feel bad for him. Lee getting a little bit more ambitious with when he's going to be pressing.
After
After
Soul
Ace
Charge,
IB.
but rides out the storm with his defenses. Okay.
That's a win in Exander's book.
Yeah.
Forcing Lee to spend additional bar. But you don't want to have to deal with this guard crush, though.
See punish!
Fantastic. Okay, so 1-1. This isn't Losers Final, so the next match dictates who goes on to play against Ridz in Losers Finals, if I remember correctly.
Yep, there's losers semi, so it's the first two.
Technically, also dictates who gets in the money. So who is going to get that $5.50 for mates? We will find out. Decides to keep the same stage, of course. It's about as neutral of a stage as you can get. Oh man, he's not getting those punishes. Yeah, that's basically a free reverse flapjack there. You can't not break forward.
The Dark Knight. That was a Dark Knight quote.
Aha! Yes, it is.
I just came.
How did you find out?
I kept playing it in my head. I was like, where did I hear that? Match. Sorry.
Alright, but once again, Lee is just slowing it down, getting guard damage, getting those few opportunities where he gets damage. He's also been right on mixes more often than Exander is. I think Siegfried's mix-up game is a little bit better than Cervantes. Neither character, I think, is a particularly strong mix-up character. But also, he's getting the punishes and Exander isn't. And only missing one or two punishes where Lee is getting his.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the whole game, right? That's what these two characters do.
Yeah. I mean, Exander is kind of getting these block punishes if Lee gives him this opportunity. But so far, Lee's been kind of playing tight. Kind of tight and aggressive. Does that make sense?
Compact. Yeah.
Yes.
He's playing very compact. He's doing step ducks all day. Exander is having an impossible time trying to open him up. He's trying to do stuff like sidestep 3B, but he's getting 3A forward the whole time.
And just backing up. Oh my god, so annoying for Exander. But okay, gets in.
Man, Exander's getting starved to death right now. Ooh, okay, nice 6B.
Okay, he's looking for an angle, he's not forcing it. Oh, but Lessthanlee just turns the tables and just rushes back in.
Yeah, I don't know how this works though. You gotta deal with Bubble, you gotta deal with Soul Charge. And that's assuming you get a bunch of damage right here, right now. Okay, well, there's the first part.
That's what the
But now what do you do?
A reset, I like it, but did not work out at the very end. Lessthanlee gets the Dark Legacy bubble there. I like the reset attempt, but it gets sniffed out.
Yeah, but he was also wrong on the reset attempt because Lee tried to get what is that? Full crouch 3K. For the nightmare burst bubble kind of thing. That's why he ended up getting Siegfried 2-2K, which was not what the case was.
Yeah,
but,
so that's an execution flub there, but worked out in the end.
Man, oh man, Exander was playing really well, but he was just completely starved out of options. Lee just eventually decided, what if I just don't do a move that's punishable, nor can he sidestep 3B me? And Exander wasn't able to come up with a response, at least not in time. Tough stuff.
Yeah, just
Welcome to the stage
another
of history.
seemingly close match, but I think the difference between this match and the last match is just a little bit more convincing on the side of Lessthanlee there. Like I feel like in the winner's side, like Lessthanlee kind of stole it away from Exander, but now I think we have a more convincing performance from Lessthanlee.
Yeah, he didn't necessarily do it in a way that was kind of like robbing him or anything like that. It was really just a matter of just like, I'm gonna keep it so small and so compact that and so safe that you're not gonna be able to do anything. But presumably this is Lessthanlee versus Ridz, and based on the character that is currently being hovered over, I imagine he's gonna go Tira. I don't know if you can play compact against Tira, because eventually Tira just walks away from you. And you do kind of have to approach Tira, or else you're going to have to deal with Coda, like, on round 2. And that sucks.
Yeah, and closing the gap against Tira, who has access to a 12 frame A, 12 frame 2A, kind of feel bad.
Yeah, this is Ridz versus Lessthanlee.
Yeah, it's like...
I like how we haven't even gotten the Knight version of this stage. We've just gotten this stage. And I think that's really funny. But yeah, is Ridz going to decide... Okay, that was supposed to be an AGA. Is Ridz going to try to play this aggressively or defensively. I think aggressively is actually kind of a mistake, but if it works out, it works out.
Yeah, it could go either way.
See, that's the kind of thing that I think Siegfried's going to have a tough time with. I don't really consider Siegfried to have the best approach options. I don't consider his ability to start offense is not necessarily like the craziest thing. Oh man, just challenging him with Gloomy. Yeah, you don't actually do more damage than Gloomy Tira, Siegfried. You kind of really don't, except against the wall.
The offensive options are, obviously there for Secret, right? He's got the +2 AGA. He can force, the 50-50s, and A side B is still a really good option, sure. But oh my god, I couldn't even think that because Ridz just blew up Lessthanlee there with that lethal hit.
2 rounds, only 2 stance changes. He could sacrifice 2 rounds just to get stance changes, and boy howdy, he's on easy street. BB is your option there. That's crazy.
That deals with the backslide? That's good.
Yeah. I feel like that's not true. I can't imagine it actually deals with everything.
This is a timing thing.
Yeah, I think if you just like slammed like the fastest move that he has for lots of damage, you would have won. More chip damage. Oh, it was just an AGA, not an AGA lethal? That's weird. But he ends up getting this round. I almost spoke too soon.
Pretty aggressive Siegfried round there.
Got the 6B lethal hit now, which is...
Oh, that's a lot of damage. That's 64 damage, dude.
I definitely feel like the reason why that 3A happened is because the 6B lethal hit existed, because obviously you want to match sidestep against something like that.
So it's kind of a read on a read.
Yeah. Pseudo nice punish. I mean, you're not going to get the most amazing punish in the world. I appreciate that Ridz is immediately just going for, immediate step duck yet again. He's got the bubble, but he's got to come up with something, and this is that something.
Don't throw away your lead. Is Lessthanlee gonna steal it away?
Oh man,
crazy stuff.
Ridz just tried to press too much. He was pressing buttons, and then when he got punished for pressing buttons so heavily, his option was to then press directional buttons instead. And yeah, it was just way too much. But that being said, Gloomy Soul Charge. 7 stance changes on top of that, which means there's a good chance, there is honestly a good chance that we're going to see Coda on top of it. Oh no.
Step kill.
So much damage.
Oh my god. And Wake Up, but gets away from Wake Up doesn't matter, he gets back into Soul Charge. Lessthanlee trying to force the issue there. I like it, but just was out of range. And Ridz just kind of playing with his ranges, backstepping into that that punish there, and that is just enough for that kill. Game 1 goes to Ridz.
Yeah, that walk back was really crazy. I think Ridz was able to see. So obviously Lee had to come up with a comeback, right? And the number one 100% way that Siegfried does that is by going in hard on like a 6AA wall. And you could tell that Lee was like really trying to like get up in this range. Be cautious about it, but try to get up in that range where he can make that comeback, and it just wasn't happening.
Yeah, Ridz was just kind of just ready for that counterattack. Just ready for that run in.
There it is. That's what he's been looking for the whole time.
So on point with that all night.
Well, that's like, he's 1 for 3 so far on that one specifically, because he ended up getting a grab the first time, and then the second time it didn't lethal hit, and I was confused by that, so I don't know what happened there, but hey.
On point with that most of the time.
Yeah. I mean, more on point with it than I would be, hell.
Yeah, jeez.
Oh, did he try to move there? Not so much, Ridz. I think if Ridz loses this, it's going to be because he matched too much.
Oh, that base hold right out of the gate. Interesting.
Yeah, I mean, Ridz has been starting off with Tories, especially when he's in Gloomy at the beginning. It's kind of funny to think about the fact that, like, if Ridz just decided to, at the beginning of the game, do what every online Tira does and just go run up 6B, he would have gotten it.
Yep.
Okay, so we're in basically the reverse situation that we were in before. 2 stance changes, but 2 rounds down for Ridz.
Ooh.
Now we got. Oh no! Oh no! Wow, what a bait! What a bait by dropping the combo into unblockable cancel.
Okay, out of range of the wall combo, so kind of lucky break for Ridz, but Lessthanlee is still being aggressive here with the soul attack into the reset 50-50. Insane! No.
He has been so good with using. Honestly, I feel like Lee is the best sector player at using soul attack. Like. He has come up. I didn't think that soul attack was like anything, and then he showed me so many situations in which it's it goes so far vertically that like it becomes a force block in so many situations, which then makes his stance mix up a force block, and that sucks.
And you land that stance move, and you already exceeded the damage that CE would have done.
I 100% agree with this stage selection. What could be better for Tira against a character with mediocre approach options than a non-wall combo stage that is the size of the Earth? You can just walk away whenever you want to, at all times.
I 100% agree with this.
But that being said, he just like ran up and didn't actually walk away. So now I'm confused. You see him not do 668 either. I can't blame him. Ooh, no duck.
Yep.
Wow.
We in there.
6A and 6B into 3B have it's been like a big thing of Ridz's game plan, and I'm kind of surprised by that.
Ooh,
fantastic.
punish. Absolutely. 12 frames, 50 damage. Love to see it.
Imagine he got a stance change there. That would have sucked. Lee trying to keep himself just close enough to where Ridz can't feel comfortable taunting and try and get stance changes. Wow, 4K out of nowhere.
Stance changes.
Yeah, those lethal hit opportunities are only -12, so really who cares if Sig punishes them?
Yeah, just single K, no big deal. Oh, A side B counter hit into the AGA knockdown. Just stands a 3B right into his face.
Dude. He's not dead to a C. Okay.
Yeah, just 3K.
But that's important information to have, because you know, Ridz did that in the first game too. He like woke up with gloomy 3B. He was in Soul Charge, and that cost him that round where Lee got like a huge comeback. So the fact that Ridz effectively didn't like learn his lesson is important information for Lee to have.
Right.
But now he's got 6 stance changes.
Oh, geez, the wake up.
Make that 7.
I like the
never
delay
mind.
there.
Try to get that BB. I appreciate that opportunity. Okay, he decides to spend meter on this. Wow.
He's a robbery king, so. Oh no.
Oh my god, no. It's impossible. No, it's just chip damage.
Is it
Oh,
happening?
the Mitsu? No, I still don't believe. I don't believe. No, I don't believe. Oh my god. Oh, Ridz, dude. Ridz, what happened? I don't even know what happened. I don't think he was necessarily... I didn't see anything that was outwardly aggressive. Maybe I wasn't paying attention that much, but it's just like... I don't know. I don't know what happened, Ridz.
Slow try stuff into resets.
Yeah, he got caught twice out of nowhere. He also got hit by the lawnmower. And then he wasn't right about the force mix again. But here we go again. We're in the exact same position we were in before. Alright, he's in Coda now, though. Oh, fantastic. He didn't get anything on that whiff punish because he was too busy trying to, like, input the grab. That kind of sucked. Now he's not even in Coda, and you might be dead here. Okay. Doesn't have to deal with the bubble.
Oh,
nice punish.
Yeah.
Is he dead? I don't think he is.
Killing.
Yeah, that doesn't do that much damage. Fantastic punch. Oh, he doesn't get the whole thing? Ooh, Lee got kind of robbed there. The wall rising K didn't have the full amount of hits.
Jeez. Yeah, let's just...
No.
It's a second... Well, yeah, that was weird.
No Coda yet. No meter whatsoever. But frankly, if you get Coda, you don't need meter.
Exactly.
But you need to get Coda. So how do you do that?
You need to get into blue before Coda. Yeah, yeah. Just... There you go.
He's just trying to get into Coda. He's just trying to get into Coda right now. He's trying to mix it up a little bit.
Yeah, not
Force
too
mix.
obvious for it.
Yep, reversal edge. That's a solid way. Don't give him the K. Yeah, you see, he tried to back away. He didn't want Ridz to get the K, which would have given him Coda. Oh, he's not dead yet, though. I don't think. But he has to deal with this mix.
Jeez.
Okay, he does not deal with the mix. He very much did not deal with said mix.
That's it, right? 3-0?
No, that's a 2,
That's
right?
2. Ooh, snap.
Yeah, that's
okay.
Honestly, I think the game plan is good.
Could you update the score?
Yep, I just got back. Sorry, I'm like doing multiple things in my crib.
Yeah,
2-0, 2-1.
Ridz has 1.
Okay, cool. Thanks.
Yeah, 2-1.
Hope you guys are enjoying the tournament, though. Make sure to donate to that match or, you know, gonna blast it one more time before grand finals.
Yes, exactly.
Are we... Sorry, are we 100% sure that Ridz has 1?
Yep.
I forgot that match. Huh. Okay.
That was the very first.
Oh, wow. Wake up 3B, just straight up. Lee wants to end this mad quickly.
Yep.
Oh no, please. Please, Siegfried. Yes, okay. So this is important information. Oh man, he gives him the stance change too. Actually, he doesn't get the stance change. Oh, that kind of sucks. But this is important information for Lee to have, is that Ridz is now doing reversal edge more often than not during those stance mixes, which kind of foregoes that stance mix, which means what Lee can do is cancel into a different stance and punish it really hard. So, is he going to do that, or is Ridz going to, like, preemptively adapt next time?
Yep.
Oh my god, that's dead. That was
what? Mixing up the timings, I like it.
I've never seen that combo off of the 6-6 leadership before. That was crazy. But okay, 2 stance changes, but 2 bars down. He's forcing Lee to try and go up against him. Again, Siegfried approach tools are, I don't know, not really the strongest in the world. Yeah, it's the 4K lethal hit on top of things. So now we've doubled our stance changes.
Ooh. Lessthanlee to the point where he's running up and blocking, and that time he just ran right into a 3B. This is Jolly. Okay. So
yeah, that was Jolly, so
yeah.
It never kills. Okay, 2 and 2, lightning quick. What happened was that Ridz played lame. I mean, I thought that's why he picked this stage in the first place, but in the first game he just decided to, like, allow Lee to get comebacks and everything. But then this time he plays lame, and boy howdy, it worked out. Now, I'm very surprised about this. Lee decides to keep the stage. Oh, why? Why, Ridz? I can't believe you've done this.
Stay safe, though.
It's getting a little bit angsty. Oh, fantastic stance change. Immediate runaway, yes. Agree. Yas Queen.
In the 12 frame punish. Oh no, the soul wave.
No.
Here's a chance for Lessthanlee. Oh, decides not really like force it.
Oh man, just it's so many good hits. It's so much good stuff, and there's so many opportunities where Ridz is throwing out stuff that's -12. But again, it's Siegfried, so really, who cares? Lee's even, I would say, intentionally dropping the punish to try and come up with something else. And you see Lee is desperate to try and find a way to get in and do stuff.
Oh, the rising B counter hit.
Got him into Jolly. That's a pretty big deal. He doesn't really have a comeback at the moment. He needs to pull off a soul attack in order to get like a strong comeback factor. Ooh, nice grab.
Right, that lead compact style earned him around there.
He gave Ridz a lot of stance changes. Being at 5, 1-1 is pretty solid. Not breaking flat decks though. Oh, immediate 3B. I'm not actually sure that Lee can do anything out of that in stance.
Oh, I'm sure that he won that 3B there.
Lee getting really desperate with some of these like tech forward wake up attacks.
Hold the base hold.
But he's in Gloomy again.
Excellent.
7 stance changes. He could get Coda this round, especially if Lee isn't able to sidestep the K. Okay, he doesn't.
Red the unbreakable grab, Lessthanlee. Well earned.
He's read it, I think, like every time. Important information for Ridz to have. 8 changes, though. And he's gonna get his 9.
Yep, there it is, Coda.
Interesting way to start it out.
Oh, there. Oh, that step killer, though. 3A. Very good tool for that.
God, he got so much damage out of that Soul Charge. And the Soul Charge isn't even over. No, you can't press A there! Don't you let him do it. No, oh my god, dude. That was such a big deal. That was such a big deal. Oh, man. He went for... Something tells me that AA, that Ridz went for at the end there, where he ended up getting hit by the base hold K from Lee, was not intentional. If it was intentional, I really don't think that was a good idea. But I don't think that was intentional. And honestly, I mean, that's Siegfried. You only need like 1 or 2 hits.
Good run overall from Ridz.
Yeah, good stuff.
But
I think he definitely... I liked the stage that he picked, and I liked how he played at least the last 2 games. I thought it was definitely a very solid way of going about it.
Yeah, perhaps he should just, you know, went with that plan like sooner, because I guess like game 3 or 4, he was like, oh wait, this is why I picked the stage.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're on grand finals. That means everybody needs to take a look at that match, Reno.
Yes, guys. Yes, sir.
Tell them.
We're gonna hit you one more time, stream, during our final push. Thank you guys for standing around and watching the tournament, or sitting around, I should say. Maybe you're on your phone somewhere, walking around, watching the tournament. Anyway, we're at $75.56. We have 28 codes left to use. They all donate 30 cents to the prize pool. Log in with your Twitch TV name, click the Match Arena link in the Mubot chat, and click the claim code button. You'll donate 30 cents. If you're feeling generous, hit that contribute button. Donate some coin. Every subscription that I get, we throw in $1 to the tournament. Also, check out the special sponsor quest from Matcherino. That is a cool $1.30 to the prize pool. Power A, Punch Planet, 30 cents right there. We got some Twitter quests. We have 7 pages of Twitter quests, so make sure to go through, click whatever links you want. They all donate to the event. We've got YouTube quests as well as Twitch quests. And click quests. These visit the website. It's like $1 in these click quests right here, at least. We've got surveys. You can even join American Red Cross Discord, donate 30 cents to the prize pool. Point is, there's tons of free ways to donate to the event. Please help out if you can, and hope you guys have enjoyed this event so far. And enjoy Grand Finals.
All right. So, just giving Incendiate a minute. Go to the bathroom. And then
That's fine, because I'm having technical issues at the moment.
Uh-oh.
But I think I'm fine now.
Good.
My second monitor decided to try and commit suicide. Twice.
Uh-oh.
And it scared the hell out of me, so I hope everything's okay with it, but I don't know.
Get that monitor a help line. Somebody to talk to.
Ian, that was amazing improv.
Thank you.
Just make sure your cables are all secured. It's digital, so it either works or it doesn't. There's no middle ground.
At my house, everything is insecure.
Oh my god.
Nap ties, brother. Nap ties, brother. Cable management. It'll help.
Alright, so this was the only person who beat Lee, right?
Yeah, that's a good point.
I'm trying to remember how that match went, and I'm having difficulty doing it. I think it happened before I was here. But these are two people who have played against each other quite a good handful of times in a variety of different character matchups. Two people from the Discord that shall not be named, for which they frequent. Not to mention, this is a matchup that Incendiate has a lot of practice in from other Siegfried players, or former Siegfried players, as the case may be.
If I remember correctly, game 1 was a kind of steamroll in favor of Lessthanlee. And then second one, it was a little shaky, but then Incendiate started to look really, really strong at the end. And game 3, Incendiate obviously won game 3. I just don't remember how close or how dominant that was, but I remember at least those first two games. Like I remember like the 3A4 spacing was kind of giving him a hard time, just kind of like make it really frustrating for Incendiate to go in.
Ah, we finally got the night version of the stage.
Hey, nighttime.
So things are looking up.
There you go.
Nighttime is always better.
I like it.
Yeah, it's the right time.
Yeah, just with like the color hues, just like it's peaceful.
Yeah. It also makes Xianghua a little bit harder to see with his costume on. And that wall pressure, yep, that's exactly what he was looking for the whole time.
Damage.
Gonna try and abuse. Yeah, again, if you thought that Incendiate used 3B a lot before, he has virtually no reason not to use it a whole bunch here. Ends up dropping his combo though.
I think that would have killed him if he did the optimal.
Oh yeah.
Okay, then
nice stuff. Ooh, trying to get a wall
crouch B. Yeah.
Oh, or full crouch B, yeah. Tough stuff. Yeah, immediately Lee looks like he's getting smothered. It's kind of funny to think about the fact that this matchup used to be so heavily out of Xianghua's favor.
7-3 with the argument for 8-2 back in the day. But, a lot of the nerfed.
Yeah, it was honestly the 3A4. So you remove that, and suddenly it became immediately impossible to keep Incendiate away from you. Oh, Lee. Don't let Incendiate pull a Lee.
Is Lee about to get lead? Oh, great resist impact, great reactions from Incendiate, but has not closed it out quite yet. Lessthanlee is just kind of dancing around Incendiate, but that's a, what the heck, 2K to interrupt the A-side B, why not?
Lee had to block so many things to get in that situation, and the fact that the 4-4B didn't work was really just like the super killer. Dude, he's getting so many of these B plus Ks. I mean, it's only -2 on block, so it's not like Siegfried's going to be able to do anything anyway, but boy howdy that stinks.
I love the crouch grab with the base hold, that's cool.
Yeah, because you can imagine that base hold's going to be a thing that Lee's going to want to do quite a lot just to get away from like the 3As and stuff, or stuff like that.
You witch.
Yeah.
I'm keeping all the meter.
Good whip punish.
Just out of range for Lessthanlee.
God, this matchup at the moment is kind of reminding me of Siegfried versus Alpha Patroclus in SE5, where you are so much slower than your opponent that you basically have to relegate yourself to just like a handful of moves, which typically include that move right there, which ended up killing him, and 3K. It was basically Alpha Patroclus versus Siegfried in SE5 was basically 1K, 3K, and grabs. That was like the only things that you could do, and it almost seems, it's not, but it almost seems harder for Siegfried to deal with it now here.
Meanwhile, just like the Xianghua, Alpha Patroclus can just do whatever he wants.
Yeah.
That was why I stopped playing SC5.
Alpha Patroclus versus Siegfried? Yeah, I don't blame you.
And also regular Patroclus, and not too.
Regular Patroclus didn't hurt Siegfried that much, I don't think. Well, nobody hurt anybody more than Alpha Patroclus, but that's neither here nor there. Once again, man, I feel like Lee should have switched the stage because he's got no room to walk around, and yeah, I assume that Siegfried, okay. Alright, good job by Incendiate slopping up all that spaghetti that happened in that first round, but I understand that Siegfried wall combos are more damaging than Xianghua's, but the fact of the matter is, you're not getting any wall pressure, my guy. Incendiate's the one who's getting that.
Yeah, so maybe a little bit of space, maybe a little bit of breathing room would go a long way, but we're here on this stage now, and let's say it's just gonna be a lot of close quarters fights here.
Yeah, see, he's got to deal with this wall pressure again. He's got to deal with like the 6Ks for the wall, the B plus Ks. Like, I don't know, man. Oh, I tried to hop away.
Ooh, okay, had to space it
wiggle about. Is that the best punish that he gets for breaking, for blocking Crybaby? That's hilarious. Look at this wall pressure, it's such growth.
Oh, nice.
I respect that 6K attempt that he had just to get additional pushback. He just wants Incendiate to get away from him. Or mids, especially in a game like this. Trust me, I play Amy. God, you can see him hopping back, just trying to get out of there, but like, 6-6B is a fantastic way of getting in.
Yeah, and City just has like no problem just chasing him down. 3A
Yeah,
too.
trying to cancel out of all these things. Maybe if he like perfectly spaced it, he'd be able to get out of it, but traditionally, it seems like Incendiate is just able to run in, which is screwing with Lee's spacing in general.
Oh, the bubble saved the day. Gave him the chance for the A-side B closeout. That was excellent.
I like Incendiate going for that tech forward 2-2B. Oh, did I clash? Time to 2-2B again. Oh, 6K.
B.
Alright, he's got wall pressure now, and he gets it. That's not going to kill him, so he immediately goes into soul attack.
Reset?
Yeah.
Okay. You can
Soul charge.
Okay.
Yes, you can. You are effectively, in order to get away from the forced mix, you have to spend one. Which was Lee's objective in the first place, I bet.
Soul Tech doesn't force you into the reverse side hold, right? It's like a transition.
No, it forces you. It forces you.
It's a force.
It is guaranteed after basically much like 4A plus B, it goes directly in stance.
Okay, so Soul Charge is absolutely the best way to get out of there. If you're in that situation, eating the Siegfried Soul Tech. Very interesting.
Yeah, that's effectively
could also
what
just hit
Lee...
them.
It's what Lee tries to put you in whenever he has the ability to, where he has the round advantage, and he wants to force you to use meter. And whenever I play against Lee or play against a Siegfried player who uses that kind of thing, that's what I try to do every time too. Is that he forces you to spend soul charge just to get away from a really scary mix, which is what we saw Novamage not do earlier today, and we saw how that worked out for him.
So either way, that's just kind of a win for the Siegfried player.
Yeah. Assuming that the Siegfried player is comfortable effectively trading bar with their opponent, then hey, there you go. And if you're a round up, you're comfortable trading bar.
Yeah.
Sorry to talk over that first round. It seemed like it went mad fast.
Yeah, mad fast and listen. Whoa, what is that?
Yeah, the stances for Siegfried in that situation I do not think are as good. Or more to the point, I don't think the buttons are as good in his stances as Xianghua's are. Oh, it doesn't get the counter on all that 6B. Imagine how much damage that would have been.
Siegfried not having a 2A is kind of giving Incendiate the room to be very playful with these stances here.
And not having a real I-12 punish either.
Yeah,
I gotta say though, Lee is coming up with, like, it is so obvious this is not how Lee wants to play, right? And he's coming up with a way of playing this matchup, playing against Incendiate that is frankly looks pretty effective. And I'm really impressed. It's not often that you get to see. He's making Siegfried look relatively fast, and that can actually combat Incendiate when Xianghua's in his face, and that's not easy to do with a character like Siegfried. Each way I'm blocking the B6, if you wish. Fantastic.
Yeah, well spaced and everything. Full bar.
Yeah, he's got both meter, but Lee has the round up. So I'd be willing to bet that if he does get a bar in this round, that we're going to see a soul attack.
He's playing a spacing game, but Incendiate continuing to show that he has no problems getting in, so Lessthanlee's just going to do that for him. With that A side B. Here comes Incendiate. Ooh, pressure, counterattacks.
Wow, tech up AA.
Jeez.
Oh, he doesn't get his jump. But tech forward 3B. He's done tech forward AA, 3B, and 2-2B so far. Not gonna kill, gonna give him good Oki.
Yep.
Head to the Oki.
Kill here.
Oh, tried to bubble, not so much. Yeah, he tried to bubble because of the Siegfried, of course he would. But hey, 2 bars to 0. Lee can do all kinds of crazy good stuff here.
But Incendiate's just gonna smother him. He's not gonna give him a chance.
Yeah, look at these 2Ks. Just trying to make it so that he can't get hit by any AGIs.
Yep.
Forcing the bar. This is going so well for Incendiate so far. He's got a little bit of work to do with regards to getting away from this meter. Gets hit, kind of. Oh, and that's not it. Maybe it is. Wow, it is it. Jeez. Good job by Incendiate for that last round. Just constantly mashing in his face with stuff that he can't really escape from, either with movement or with his auto GIs. Tough stuff for Lee to deal with. So sticky.
And a counter hit and getting around the base hold. This is just so impressive.
Yeah, the base hold, he's probably scared about using the base hold, right? Because had he used base hold at any point during that last round, he probably would have gotten lit up. Man, he's not even getting his combos. This sucks.
Okay, good option. Tech crouch.
I wonder if Lee... Yeah, he's going with a tech crouch. He ends up getting that there. I wonder if he needs to just straight up... I hate to say this, but maybe he has to, like, dedicate or commit himself to just crouching to get away from AAs and stuff like that. But you know that's exactly what Incendiate wants him to do.
For that last round, I was like, when did he get into back turn? Whatever, he takes it.
Yeah. Sometimes that happens with Siegfried when he gets smacked around a little bit. Okay, here we go.
That base hold, man. Oh
no! I don't know, sometimes that happens, but I don't actually know why. Slowing this down again. 4-4B sucks.
Okay, chip damage, that's fine. Oh, what? Step 2G into CE, brilliant.
Alright. 1.5 bars to about half a bar. Lee's gonna have to come up with a way. It's so difficult because I really feel like Siegfried's not the kind of soul charge that you can necessarily get a whole lot of momentum with on the soul attack just out of nowhere. You really kind of have to set the situation up specifically, which Incendiate is simply not allowing to have happen. Oh, fantastic parry. Gets a little bit of damage out of that.
Ooh.
And by a little bit of damage, I mean half-life.
Match into the reverse side fold. Here's a launch from Incendiate. Good Oki to boot with a favorable ring position.
Please don't get wrung out.
Yep.
Wow, okay!
You're kidding me. That's
Is he
excellent.
dead?
I don't think so.
I think he is.
I don't think so. No guts is in play. Yeah, Pixel. Jesus Christ.
You gotta spend your bar, dude. But how? I don't know.
Yeah. You're the secret player. You figure it out.
So scared of like a random 2K. He's dead! He's dead! You're dead, bro! You're dead, bro! You're dead, bro!
I love that jump back so much.
God, would that have even worked if like Incendiate did like a run up 2K though? Cause that CE is slow.
I don't know, but like
He whiz, dude.
you gotta give him credit for that read. It's like,
I'll give him all the credit in the world.
That was awesome.
2 rounds to 1. Incendiate shook, just like all of us are.
Still recovering, dude.
Like, you just imagine feeling like there's a person named Lee, like, inside of your soul break. Oh man, trying to do the patented Xianghua, just 3Bs in neutral.
In there.
It's getting some good chip damage, but that CE is gonna take it, I think?
He does have the guts.
Does he have the glory?
Glory
Yes, he does.
achieved.
Okay. We are in a slightly better position for Incendiate than we were in the last game, and Incendiate really ran away with that last round. So Lee's got to make sure that this doesn't happen again, which is exactly what Incendiate is trying to make happen right now. Okay.
Hit, ideal.
Oh, he gets his double bubble.
Yep, and the damage.
Yeah, on top of that, yeah. Does he do the my hand just to activate it now? I think I would. No, he doesn't.
He did.
Oh, okay.
On the CE, you can actually have it activate without hitting the button.
Okay, normally I try to register that from what I hear, but I can't hear the match right now, so...
Remember when Lee was just like a pixel away from losing the whole tournament?
Yeah. And I was like, what does he do about run up 2K?
He's
He
like,
was
how
so
does he use
scared
his...
of run up 2K.
Like, how do you use his meter? And he did all of that.
Oh no. I don't think Lee wanted to see this. Wait, did he? Yeah, he random this stage. That's so crazy. How many times did we get this stage on random today? Just since I got here in top 8.
Feels like every game, doesn't it?
Yeah. Feels like the first time. Feels like the very first time.
Feels like the first time?
Feels like the very first time.
Mm.
Ooh, the GI lethal hit.
That's gonna be
2.7 billion damage.
Jeez.
Man, that damage is so deserved.
Yeah, for real.
It's got the meter on top of it. Man, just run up grabs. I mean, that'll beat 3B and 2-2B from like a Tech 4 kind of situation, right? Makes
And
sense.
I like that he's kind of using it as an alternative to like block punish, especially against like safe stuff. Like, he's not gonna get any free damage, so might as well kind of go for, you know, a throw.
Dude,
I like it.
4-4-B. Sig 4-4-B sucks so much in this matchup. Even when he's dead right about a low, he doesn't get any damage because Xianghua juts herself forward too much.
Okay,
There's
wait
your
for me.
bubble. But now what do? Dead to a grab, but also dead to a CE.
Yeah, are you going for
That's
it? Oh
dead.
my god, he does.
So tough, dude. So tough. Yeah, he thought a grab was I'd be willing to bet he thought a grab was coming. The grab game from Xianghua when you're in yellow life is so tough. Because it's like, you just have to break. It's like Servi. It's like when you're just dealing with Servi, it's like, well, she simply does too much damage if I give her just like the tiniest hit ever. I don't know, Lee. Can you pop your own Dark Legacy and come up with a gigantic comeback again? I mean, no matter what, you got the highlight of the tournament. I don't think that's even... there's even a contest for that. I kind of wish that we had like a UFC like KO of the event, and I think that's dead. The 3B in neutral.
If that was a counter hit, I don't think that's dead.
Oh, Dead to the Oki?
Yeah,
Dead
that's
to the
2K.
Oki, yeah,
for the
2K.
tournaments.
Tough stuff, but, you know, really happy to see Lee come out to these kinds of things. He only does it once in a blue moon. Always really exciting to see, which is a rarity for me to say that about a Siegfried player.
Yeah, he's ridiculously good.
It's
So-
true. You hate all Siegfried players, except maybe Lee a little bit. Or maybe not even that.
No. No.
Cool! Congratulations to Incendiate, and Lee, and Ridz, and Exander, who will all get points.
And all of us for getting to watch that really cool comeback at one point.
And all of us, because this was a good-ass tournament. Great stuff from everybody, all the players. Thank you to everybody who watched. Thank you to JJJ and Omega XCN for being here. Appreciate you both, and of course Clive earlier in the evening. And we're gonna sign on off. And obviously, shout outs to Arturo for hosting us again as usual, and you know, keep continuing to support New York City Caliber forever and ever. Jay, Kwong, you guys want to say anything?
Twitch.tv/Sinbad, 2Bs and Sinbad. That's where I typically stream, if you guys haven't seen that. Summer Jam coming up next week. Go if you feel like it's